Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And we got another episode of Relationship Talks. It's about dating. And I'm doing another one for Kendra G's Singles on Live. She talks to a couple of people this time, and it's about dating. How soon is too soon after having a baby? And I will say that I like the fact that she look at both sides, coming from both the males and the females who are in this situation. So if a person is just had a baby under 6 months, do you think it's too soon to date? Well, let's see what they had to say and how this all unfolded, and I'll come back at the end and we'll talk about it.
Girl, what's your name,
Thank
babe?
you. My name is, I go by Bobby. My real name is LaQuisha. My people call me Q, but I go by Bobby.
Okay. How old are you?
I'm 29.
29. Where you calling us from?
Chicago.
Chicago in the building.
Yeah.
All right, this is Bobby, 29, in Chicago. What do you do for a living?
So, I work for AT&T. Currently, I'm on baby bonding leave. I just had a baby 6 months ago. So, outside of that, I am a serial entrepreneur. I own my own small business where I create healthy meal preps and natural juices. I also train on the side, do a little acting, modeling, and yes, I get paid for all of these things.
Oh, you guys gonna ask you, do they pay your bills?
Yeah, they do.
Okay. So you had a baby 6 months ago.
I did.
Why you not with the dad?
I feel like, okay, so I have a 6-year-old and a 6-month-old, two different fathers. But, you know, I always felt like I never allowed myself to receive the love that I give out. I've never been in a relationship, only had relations, you know, because I think that ultimately I was scared of commitment. You know, I felt like I didn't really deserve commitment, but I'd just be like to my girlfriends, like, go ahead, get married, you know, find love, all of those things. And I'm used to being that light for everyone else. I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna give it to myself. I deserve it as well. I deserve the full commitment. I deserve to take the full steps to actually be a wife and, you know, do all of those things. So yeah, I'm just in a receiving process now.
So when the baby you just had, when did you and the dad break up? You broke up while you were pregnant?
Once he found out I was pregnant, yes.
Once he found out you was pregnant, but you own up to responsibility because y'all wasn't in a relationship.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I was in agreement with him. I didn't want to be in a relationship with him either. We were good friends. I knew him for 10 years. So it started getting intimate. And then, of course, once, you know, the fun came with consequences, it was a problem. So we parted ways. You know, I went on and had my baby. Yeah. And we good.
So here's the deal. I'm going to let you continue, but I'm going to be honest. If you were a guy and you told me you had a baby 6 months ago, I would tell the women not to date him. Brian, where you calling me from?
I'm calling you from Chicago, Illinois.
How old are you, Brian?
I'm 28.
28. When's your birthday?
June 10th.
June 10th. That's a Gemini.
Yes, ma'am.
You have any kids?
I got one. She 4 months. What's up?
You had a baby 4 months ago?
Yeah, she had a baby 4 months ago.
You helped her have a baby 4 months ago?
Yes, me and her. Yeah.
So you not with her no more?
No, we was like, it's a lot. You know how these women is in Chicago.
Well, you was fucking with her, so who you judging, yourself? So you have any kids?
Yeah, I got one daughter. That's all.
How old's your daughter?
My daughter's 6 months.
You just had a baby 6 months ago?
Yes, ma'am. Remember we talked about this already. I talked to you before.
Well, I'm sorry. We got to talk about it again. And I would say that because I would feel like, 6 months is so close. So are you and your child's father completely done?
Oh, we're done. We haven't been intimate since I told him that I was pregnant. I don't play them back and forth games. I'm very strategic and methodical with how I move. So, like, I don't allow drama. Like, once they ended. Like I said, I still feel that I deserve to go on with my life because I hustle so hard. I work so hard to take care of both of my kids. I don't ask anybody for anything. I hold it down by myself.
Okay.
So
now you want something different. Now you want a relationship. No more situationships.
exactly.
Okay, so again, the question is, how soon is too soon after having a baby when it comes to dating or jumping into another relationship? And I will say Kendra had a couple good points, especially when there may be unfinished business when it comes to the child's mother or father in the relationship. Is that completely over? The baby is fresh in this situation and bringing another child into a new situation. Whether that next person is going to be welcoming and open to, being a step parent to a new child. That's a good question. Now, I do know of situations where, who knows, maybe the other parent passed away, and so of course, that's what it is. And that child's other parent is no longer there. But in the situation where the parents are there, what happened with that relationship? Why didn't it work? Could you have worked it out? What's the situation with the other biological parent? Is there going to be drama or unfinished business bringing the new child into a relationship with the new person that you're with? It's an interesting concept, and it looks like for some people, hey, no big deal. But I want to know what you guys think. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, and I think she have other children as well, from, I think, other relationships, I think. And then, of course, this gentleman here, same situation. And he came back 2 months later to say, I'm still looking for somebody, but now the baby's not 4 months old, it's 6 months old now. So, I mean, some folks, maybe it worked. You might have a person who wants to have, wouldn't mind coming in because they love that person, they love the child, they look at it as a package deal, and the other person, the new person doesn't have issues with there being a recent biological parent that's out there, So, I mean, in my opinion, it wouldn't be something that I would consider for myself, but, to each its own. I also want to know what you think. If you have met somebody who has a child under 6 months, are you open to dating and getting into a relationship with that person? Because it's not just them, it's the child too, and whoever the biological parent is. Or are you the opposite and say, I would prefer, somebody if they have older kids or no kids or adult kids, and, want it to be a focal point where it's just pretty much us, and, we do what we do, that, some folks might think is too new. Or are you in the parent situation? You just had a newly born child. Are you ready to date? Do you feel that you're ready to date, after having a baby? Now, with this young lady, she supports herself. She got businesses. She's an entrepreneur. But, in this situation, it's where she's like, I don't care about that. I just want somebody in my life. It's an interesting concept, and I want to know what you guys think on that. Like I say, in my opinion, it wouldn't be something that I would do. Even when my children were young, I had to learn that lesson. So, it just for me wasn't a viable option. So, of course, they're adults now. Their dad is deceased. But at the same time, I had to look at that particular point. It can be hard for single moms or single dads to date out here, and especially if there's newborns, or babies born under 6 months. So I wanted to share this with you guys to get your thoughts. I usually, want to put stuff out there to see what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching the other, episodes as well. And until the next one, like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you then.